Cheryl Costa grew up in upstate New York, where she saw a UFO at age 12. She's had a passion for the topic ever since. Cheryl is a military veteran and retired information security professional from the aerospace industry. From 1998 to 2001, Cheryl hosted the X Factor talk radio program in Washington, D.C., covering UFOs and many other paranormal topics. However, these days she is best known for her weekly UFO blog called New York Skies in the Syracuse New Times. Her blog began in 2013, and she has already racked up dozens of articles on topics that range from UFO sightings in New York and elsewhere to alien abductions. Besides being a journalist, she's also a published playwright. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the State University of New York at Empire State College in entertainment writing. In March of 2017, Cheryl and her spouse Linda Costa published the UFO Sightings Desk Reference, United States of America, 2001 to 2015. The book is a culmination of many months of work compiling UFO sighting reports from the Mutual UFO Network and the National UFO Reporting Center to get a comprehensive list down to the county level of where UFOs are being reported. As for the amount of work it took, Cheryl says,
what we tell most people is it basically chewed up all but 3 weekends over the last year and a half.
Wow.
It was in the longer weekends, But when I say all but 3, there was one where we were sick on our backs with the flu, or something like it for a day or two, but it messed up the weekend. And there were a couple of things where there were some family obligations we had to kind of go to.
Linda works at a college library, which has given her insight into the world of publishing. She also has experience working with scientific organizations in the Washington, D.C. area. So she took on the task of making sure the book was laid out like a scientific report. Cheryl says they wanted the book to look as though it would not be out of place on a congressperson's desk. She says it looks boring because it was made to look like a report from the Census Department. Cheryl says,
what we have done for the first time ever is we have conducted a nationwide UFO census.
Their work has not gone unnoticed. The book is a wealth of information regarding UFO sightings, and for the first time, the public, including news organizations and researchers, have a quick reference to research sighting reports in a particular area. However, it is one thing to write a book about information people need. It is another to get the world to know the book exists. This is another part of the extraordinary effort that Costa's made to spread this information, and it paid off. Being a journalist, Cheryl knows you have to hit the streets and make people take notice when you have something to say. So she began working on pitching a story about her book that would be ready when they published. Jake Ellison, a writer from the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, took an interest. He wrote 2 stories, one on the state of Washington's UFO ranking and a second regarding California being the top state for UFO reports. The latter was posted by SFGate, the website for the San Francisco Chronicle. Cheryl recalls,
about halfway in the middle of the afternoon, the day the article came out, I get this phone call from a producer at KBC 790 Talk Radio out there in L.A. He says, yeah, can we have you on this afternoon? I said, sure, why? He says, the story came out in San Francisco Gate, and social media is on fire. Everybody's talking about it. California's #1, And that's how all that went down. It was amazing.
This led to a frenzy of stories on the book and UFO sightings throughout the world. Stories appeared in the New York Times, Fox News, NBC New York, the LA Times, and AOL, to name a few. The articles were mostly serious and brought a positive light to the study of the UFO phenomenon. For her work sharing UFO information via the media, for the incredible work done by Cheryl and Linda on their UFO sightings desk reference, and for the amazing effort made to reach out to the media, which resulted in positive coverage around the world about the UFO phenomena, we are very happy to award Cheryl the 2018 International UFO Congress UFO Researcher of the Year Award. All right, Cheryl. Yes, bring Linda.
First, I'd like to thank my dear wife for putting up with the many, many hours and days and weekends that we put into the book. I couldn't have done it without her, and we couldn't have done it without her. And thank you to everybody associated with this convention, because it was here 3 years ago that Dr. Spear said, hey, could you get me some county information? And that got us looking into it, and we started digging, and then one day over a beer we said, why don't we do the whole rest of the country? So here we are. Thank you, everyone.